When is too much shine a little bit too much shine for the holiday season? And when does it sort of start to turn into something that looks like, late night at the Roxy? In this video, I'll be going over what is too much shine for holiday decor, and I'll also be going over the breaking developments on your second stimulus check overnight. Viewers on Mornings LALATE, dropped in the link above, is being really talked about as three things are happening. One, a belief that the stimulus package will be tailored narrowly, even more narrow than narrow, into the continuing resolution, the federal budget bill. Second, Janet Yellen will be announced on Monday as a Treasury Secretary, and she will be changing the narrative. And third, the Black Friday numbers are out, and they're so good that some Republicans may not want to give you stimulus. I'll have the breaking details on this lighthearted midday recording of Holidays LALATE. Sometimes shine is just a little bit too much and might blind you, but a nice stimulus check is actually more blinding if it lands in your hand. And in this recording, I have updates about it. Thank you for joining me on Holidays LALATE, our midday program that's lighthearted and easy breezy. It's our midday show that gives you about 10 minutes of updates about stimulus. And there's a lot of updates today, boy. And then at the 10-minute mark, we get to holiday decor. How to get through the holiday seasons for free with stuff around the house, and how to keep it easy breezy, lighthearted, pet-friendly, children-friendly, and more. So thank you for joining me. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel because, boy, I'm getting viewers money right now, not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. And the success continues to roll through for you, not for me. It's money I'm getting in your hands. And viewers last night jumped into Purple Power Live, which is every night, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I go live. And 11 viewers just consecutively after another kept on saying, "Thank you, LALATE. I got this amount of money in the last 24 hours. It went anywhere from $300 for utilities to $20,000 one viewer got. One viewer got literally 5 different items from 5 different locations. So that's the testament of the power of this channel and the incredible volunteer spirit of this channel. I really embrace and hug every single one of you because now we have upwards of 7 volunteers. I believe there's 2 more in my private messages that are stepping forward that want to volunteer as well. This is incredibly important because there's so many of you. Please subscribe and please go to the community page of this channel, which I'll say very simply because now I know the direct link. It's youtube.com/LALATE/community. Again, youtube.com/LALATE/community. And in there, I, throughout the day, post something that says volunteers. Open that post and you'll see the list of the volunteers. There's about 8 of them. They're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So please subscribe to this channel. I want to ensure that you get this money throughout this holiday season. And also like this video. It really helps in the rankings. In this video, I'll be going over what's happening overnight. I mean, there's a lot of breaking news. What's this December 11th date? What is talking about the stimulus? What is this $250 a week for FPUC? What is going on with Janet Yellen? And what happened yesterday with the Black Friday numbers? A lot of breaking news. And let's get to the breaking news. Here is what Wall Street in a major report today said. Again, as one viewer asked me, is this what they're going to do, Congress? No, this is a report. This is not saying that anyone has introduced this bill. It's a report from Wall Street suggesting this is what Congress is going to do. The report claims that Congress is facing the December 11th deadline to do the federal budget bill. That's not the stimulus check. That's not the stimulus package bill. This is the budget bill, the federal budget bill. They have to do it every few months. You've heard me record budget bills, I think twice on this channel. I did one in July and I did one a few weeks ago. Remember when Nancy and Steve did a budget bill and they said they did a clean CR, that strange way of talking, clean continuing resolution CR? Well, they're doing it again because they have to. It's due December 11th. A new report says that CR, that budget bill, continuing resolution, will have in there 2 to 4 emergency items for stimulus. One, FPUC, $250 a week to $400 a week. Second, a stimulus check. Third, eviction moratorium. Fourth, mortgage forbearance. And fifth, student loan repayment. Now, the report unto itself is not a particularly clear report because, as you and I know, PUA is expiring or has expired in some states. UI is expiring or has expired in some states for people who have been on UI since February. And FPUC have to go on top of things like PUA and UI. You can't go on top of something that's expired. The report doesn't talk about how it would extend UI and PUA, which obviously it has to extend it to give you FPUC. One viewer said, are they really going to give us $250 a week FPUC? That's insane. That's what the report is suggesting. Next, you're certainly going to ask, how about retroactive? What happened to retroactive? The report doesn't talk about it. Again, this is a very vague report. Third, what do I think about this? Ironically, the Republicans are now holding all the cards, and I got to tell you why. The CR, the continuing resolution, has to be passed by December 12th, or the federal government shuts down. Second, the important thing I have to say to you is that when we're talking about December 12th, it's not done on December 12th. I think Helen dropped in one of the comments this morning, when I hear December 12th, I get just very nervous. It's so far away. No, in the past, when I've done this type of video, they've reached the agreement on this budget bill weeks ahead of time. They don't wait till the last day. So don't presume this is going to be done on December 12th. Presume it's going to be done relatively quickly in the next few days. Next, would the Republicans really stick it to you of $250 a week? I believe they would. I believe that the Republicans who now still control the Senate, as we sit here today, may say, you know what, we want a couple things and we want it in the continuing resolution, or else. What's the or else? We shut down the federal government. Do the Republicans want to shut down the federal government? Maybe. But would they hold out a resolution to fund the federal government unless they have $250 a week for FPUC? Maybe. And would they do it for stimulus checks and all these other things? Yes, I think they could. What does the report say about the Democrats? The report says for the Democrats, well, they will not agree to anything under $400 a week. When I saw the $400 a week, I sort of laughed because that was offered to them in July and they turned it down, and you would have had $8,000 had they accepted it. But the report claims they would accept $400 but won't go lower than $400. That report then is strange because, okay, what if the Democrats say no deal? Well, what do the Democrats want? To shut down the federal government? Really interesting. Next, what's happening with Janet Yellen? Well, Janet Yellen is a Treasury appointee, and she's expected to be announced on Monday, and she's expected to come in and say, hey, I'm an economist, and you need economic measures to fix this economy. And stimulus is needed right now. Economists are saying stimulus checks, multiple stimulus checks, and some unemployment relief. They're not talking about anything that Nancy Pelosi wants, which is going to be interesting because Janet Yellen and Joe Biden are going to be the chief forces for stimulus going forward, not Nancy Pelosi. And Nancy Pelosi's desire to hold up everything for Gavin Newsom and Andrew Cuomo stuff is just not going to happen. Next, overnight, or this morning, numbers came in for Black Friday. I actually had to read it 3 times because I saw it. I'm like, I was like deer in headlight. I was like frozen cow at the casino. I was like, what? The numbers for Black Friday were through the roof. Yes, and I don't mean in the stores, I mean online. Online sales for Black Friday were the second highest ever in recorded history. Up 30%, says Adobe Analytics, 22 to 30% up since last year. The second highest number of transactions on Black Friday ever. The thing that concerns me, and this is not negative news, it's just concerning news, that ultimately some Republicans who have not wanted to give you stimulus before, those 20 Republicans who say, you know what, never going to give you anything, I'm worried they're going to step forward and say, hey, you know, we crushed the Black Friday. We did so wonderful yesterday. ultimately it's a fake narrative, and I hope the fake narrative is crushed by the purple power, because the stores for Black Friday went bust. They went very bad yesterday. Stores, retail stores were bust. And retail stores mean what? Layoffs, unemployment, and new lockdowns will be announced overnight. LA went into a more broader type of lockdown. Los Angeles, lockdowns would be announced across the country. The unemployment numbers on Wednesday were bad. So hopefully the Republicans that don't want to give you stimulus, which is not Mitch, that narrative is off the books. What do I think is going to happen? I think you're going to get stimulus if they act rationally during the holiday season. I think you're going to get it. I don't think it's going to be jaw-dropping huge stimulus. Do I think it would be a smaller stimulus check? It's possible. Not smaller than last time, just smaller than what we would like? Yes. Do I think that FPUC retroactive could be gone? Yes. Do I think that FPUC may be smaller than $600? Oh, absolutely. I don't see $600 ever passing at this point. But do I think that this relief could get in your hands during the holiday season? I think it has to. I really think it has to. Next, the viewers of this channel continue to get big grants. And what I need you to do is I need you to go to youtube.com/LLA/community. And throughout the day, I'm posting volunteers. A post that says volunteers. That's the first word, volunteers. And now I embrace and hug my 8, is it 8? I think it's 9 volunteers. There's more that have stepped forward that are here to help you find CARES Act 1 grants, escalated benefits, and EIDL. Please understand that these programs were created for you, for your relief, and don't presume to the contrary. So escalated CARES Act 1 money for rent, for utilities, and for food. Next, escalated benefits for people who are on UI or PUA. Excuse me, I should say enhanced unemployment benefits. Enhanced unemployment benefits. Go get it. Finally, EIDL for gig workers, small business operators, and independent contractors. The most important thing to understand is that when we're talking about the second one, escalated benefits, escalated UIs, raising your weekly UI benefits, raising your EIDL. I assume that you declared 2019 earnings, and the 2019 earnings are the topic of discussion. If you're someone who did not declare your earnings and you're wanting these monies, no, this is for people who actually declare income. So, I had one person who said, I made $10,000 for Grubhub and Uber and delivery services like Lyft. I did not declare the incomes of the person. Can I get any idea? No, of course not. You have to declare your income. What are you doing here? And then escalate and enhance unemployment benefits. Can I raise my unemployment benefits? No, if you don't have a 2019 tax return, absolutely not. But for my CARES Act 1 viewers, that's all of you. If you're on SSI, SSDI, and Social Security burial benefits, it's rent, it's utilities, it's food, and it's medicine. It's not hair dye, and it's not black shirts. It's not what Congress intended the money to be for. Ultimately, there's always someone that jumps in and says, can I get some coupons to the casino? Can you have your volunteers give me coupons to the casino? No, they don't have coupons to the casino. So with that, let's get to some holiday decor. What's important to understand when you do holiday decor is where's shine, too much shine. I can't even believe I'm holding this up, but this is a lot of shine. And ultimately, yesterday I walked into a store. I got to say, it's probably the last store I'm going to walk in until the pandemic's over, because I just did not feel safe. Physically did not feel safe. And I saw so much shine, and I thought, my Lord, is this for the holiday season, or this for late night at the disco? It just felt very Roxy. The dance club in Atlanta at 10 o'clock at night. You know which dance club I'm referring to, where the women just, come out. Or is someone, is there a pole in the dining room, in the living room next to the Christmas tree, and you're about to do a show? Sometimes too much shine is just like what are you doing with all this shine? I got to tell you, you got to tone it down. During the holiday seasons, too much shine is overwhelming. And when do you know how much shine is too much shine? So let me go over that in this video. A little pop of shine works. You can see in the back set, there is absolutely nothing shiny, although the glass for the pot has a little bit of a reflection because of the lights, the production lights. But imagine if I put this in the back of the set. Now you see, as I put this back into the set, or hold it close to the set, you see that pop of one item of shine. Imagine the entire backdrop was all shine. It's too much. How do you gauge it? Based upon the size of the space. If you're doing a table and you're doing a holiday table for decor and you're trying to figure out, okay, LA told me just don't do too much shine. You need to be proportional to what you're doing. So if you're dealing with a space that's that small, look, this bag, this reflective bag that has sort of a metallic shine to it. Imagine I'm putting it in a space as small as this first ledge. Imagine how much of the space it's overtaking with shine. Then imagine I'm putting both of these things in here. Well, that's just, it feels like there's a show about to happen at 10 o'clock and then the show, and then the person comes out and takes off their clothes again at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's just, no, that does not say holiday spirit. It says something else. And keep your clothes on, please. So what's important to understand is that holidays is not supposed to be so glitzy and shiny. Certainly during the disco era, I would expected holiday decorations in the department stores to be very glitzy, to be very disco-y. But Irene Cara is not coming in and singing at 11 o'clock at night. So please keep the shine to a minimum. What's important to understand is that shine works on ornaments on a tree because the tree is a flat base. The tree is a flat base of green with no shine to it. A tree has no shine. And so when you put shine ornaments that are reflective like this on it, it pops a little bit. And then when you have the lights on the shine, as I have right now, I have production lights hitting the shine. You can see the reflection. Then the tree becomes dynamic because you're trying to enhance the effect of the lights. But beyond a tree, there's not really supposed to be too much shine in your holiday decor. For example, on the dining room table where you eat for Christmas or the holiday season, or you sit and just chat with your friends or play cards. Too much shine is very distracting. It's just overwhelming. And at one point, it goes from interesting to just comical. Yesterday, I talked about clown colors. Not to insult any clowns, but your colors are not very good, Mr. Clown. Clowns are just not very good with colors. That's why I call them clown colors. And shine shenanigans, I guess I should call them. Shine shenanigans are just sometimes too much. Yesterday, I was in a store, and they literally had a whole shelf of painted, spray-painted gold items. It was just like someone took a spray can and just sprayed everything with gold, with that gold can that's like $4, and just sprayed everything. It was so obnoxious. It was just horrid. And they were trying to push you to buy 5,000 gold shiny items. And I thought, my goodness, that is not festive. That just sort of looks like you're walking into something, like a student play version of Ocean's 11. This is like, we wanted to recreate Ocean's 11. This is our version of it. So what is a little bit of shine and a tolerable amount of shine? So notice I'm bringing in this item into the set, into the frame. And it's a nice little ball. Here you see where a little bit of color works. I've used these before, and I think another recording. But I want to show you where some shine is dynamic. A little bit green, a little bit of blue. I don't even know if you can see the colors. Here's green. Here's some green. And you see the green has some shine in it. Here's some blue that is not as reflective. And then here is some red that has a little bit of reflection. The reflective trait of this versus something like this is definitely different. And so what's important to understand is when you're doing shine this holiday season, consider how shiny you want to be. Ultimately, you can get the effect with this, with a red, much more perhaps sedate than something as loud as aluminum metallic silver. With that, join me afternoons at LALATE at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time as I continue with big updates about your check and what's going on with these stimulus packages, what's going on with this $250 a week for FPUC, what's going on with Janet next week, and what's going on with this December 11th date. Breaking developments across the board. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay LA for more.